way you look tonight. Buonasera! Ciao! 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 Buonasera!
Hey! Duca, Duca!
Buonasera!
Oh!
Someday when you're feeling low and you're feeling cold, oh, and you're there, the world is there for you.
If music with the food of love.
Oh, wait a minute. Someday when you're feeling
If music
low,
be the food of love,
and
play
you're
on.
awfully cold,
Give me
you're
excess
there,
of
the world
it,
is there
that
behind
sufficingly
you.
appetite may
And the way you
sicken and
were
so
tonight.
die.
Someday
That strain again.
when you're feeling
It had a
low
dying
and
fall.
you're awfully cold,
Oh, it came
And
over
you're
my
there, the
ear
world
like the
is there
sweet south
behind
that
you.
grieves upon a bank of
And the way you
violence,
were
stealing and
tonight.
enough! No more! It's not so sweet now as it was before. Oh, spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that notwithstanding thy capacity receiveth as the sea, naught enters there of what pitch and validity soe'er, but falls into abatement and low price, even in a minute. So full of shapes and fancy that it is alone high fantastical.
Will you go home, my lord?
What, Curia?
The heart.
Why, so I do. The noblest that I have. Oh, when mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant I was turned into a hart, and my desires, like fell and cruel hounds, ere since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
the Lord would not let me be admitted, but from Olivia's maid I did hear this answer. You would not see her for 7 years, for she will walk veiled like a nun, and water her room once a day with tears, and all this for the love of her dead brother, whom she would keep alive forever. In memory.
She that hath a heart of that fine frame, to owe this debt of love but to a brother? How will she love when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live within her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones, are all supplied and filled with sweet perfections for one self-king? Away before me to sweet beds of flowers. Love forts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What country friend is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
And what should I do with Illyria? My brother! He is an Elysian. Perchance he has not drowned, what think you, sailor?
It is perchance that you yourself are saved.
My poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
True, my lord. And to comfort you with chance, assure yourself, when a ship did split and you and those poor numbers saved with you hung on a driving boat, I saw your brother. most provident in peril, bind himself, courage and hope both teaching him the practice, to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, where like Arion on the dolphin's back I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope, whereto thy speech serves for authority the like of him. Know'st thou this country?
Oh, aye, madam, well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name,
What is his name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I've heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then?
And so he's now. Or was so very late, for but a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh in murmur, as you know, what great ones do the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count that died some 12 months since, and leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, shortly also died, and for whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the company and sight of men.
Oh, that I served this lady, and might not be delivered to the world till I'd made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
Well, that were hard to compass, because she will admit no kind of suit, nor not the duke's.
There's a fair behaviour in thee, Captain, and though that nature with a beauteous wall doth oft close in pollution, yet of thee I do believe thou hast a mind that suits with this, thy fair and outward character. I pray thee, and I'll pay thee bounteously, conceal me what I am and be my aid, for such disguise shall happily become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a serving boy to him. It will be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will make me very worth his service. What else mayhap to time I will commit. Only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his serving boy, and your mute I'll be. Should my tongue blab, then mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
What a plague means my niece for taking the death of a brother so? I'm sure care's an enemy to life.
By my trust, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Well, let her accept.
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer they am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too. And be they not, let them hang themselves in their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight you brought in one night here to be her wooer.
Who? Sir Andrew Aid, you cheek?
Aye, he.
He's tall a man as any in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year in all those ducats.
5 that you say so of him. He plays the viol de gamboys, speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word, without book, and have all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed. For besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreller. And but that he hath the gift of a coward to allay the gust he hath in quarrelling. 'Tis thought among the prudent he will quickly have the gift of a grave.
They're scoundrels and substractors that say so of them. Who are they?
They that had, moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
We're drinking healths to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there's a passage in my throat and drink in Illyria. He's a coward and a coistrel that will not... He's a coward and a coistrel that will not drink to my niece as long as... drink to my niece. He's a coward and a coistrel that will not drink to my niece till his braids turn o'er his toe like a Paris top. Castellano will go, for here comes Andrew Eagleface.
Sir Tolby Belch, how now, Sir Tolby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good Mistress Accost, I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary Accost.
All night thou mistakes. Accost means front her, hold her, woo her, assail her.
By my troth, I would not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Very well, gentlemen.
Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
Marry, but you shall have, and here's my hand.
Now, sir, I pray you, thought is free. Bring your hand to the buttery bar and let it drink.
Wherefore, sweetheart, what's your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
And I thought so, but I'm not such an ass, and I can keep my hand dry. But what is your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
Aye, sir. I have them at my fingers' ends. Marry, now I let go your hand. I am barren.
Oh, night, thou lack'st a cup of canary. When did I ever see thee so put down?
Never in your life unless you seek canary put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I'm a great eater of beef, and I think it does harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought that. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, my dear knight, pourquoi?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? I would I bestowed the times I had in fencing, dancing, and bird-baiting. Oh, had I but followed the arts.
Then wouldst thou have an excellent head of hair.
Why, would that have mended my hair?
Thus questioned, for you see it will not curl by nature.
But it becomes well enough, does not?
Excellent. It hangs like flax on a distaff, and I hope to see a housewife take thee between her legs and spin it off.
Faith, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, and 4 to 1 she'll not see me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
Oh, she'll have none of the count. I've heard her swear it. There's life in it yet, man.
Faith, I'll stay a month longer.
You're staying a month longer.
Yeah, faith, I'll stay a month longer. I'm a man of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in mass and revels, sometimes altogether.
Art thou good at these kickshaws this night?
As any man in Illyria, whatsoever he be.
And what is thy excellence in a galliard, knight?
Faith, I can cut a caper,
And I can cut the mutton to it.
and I can simply do the back trick as simply as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things hid? Wherefore have these gifts a curtain before them? Why does that not go to church in a galliard? Come home in a coranto? My very walk would be a jig. I would not so much as make water without a syncopace. What does thou mean? Is it a world to hide such virtues in? I did think, by the excellent constitution of thy leg, it was formed under the star of a galliard.
Aye, 'tis strong and does indifferent well. Shall we start some revels?
What else shall we do? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus? Well, that's sides and hearts.
No, sir, it is legs and thighs. Let me see thee caper. Come on, hiya, ho, excellent, hiya, ho, hiya, hiya, excellent, excellent.
If the Duke continues his favours towards you, Cesario, you...
Lie thou there, Here comes a child that must be caught me tickling.
Ah!
'Tis but fortune, all's fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me. And I heard herself on this day that should she fancy, should be one of mine. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace. Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. Look how he jets under his advanced plumes.
Slight, I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
A rogue!
Pistol him, pistol him.
Peace, peace.
There is example for it. The lady of the straitjacket married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fire on him, Jezebel.
Peace. He's deeply in. Look how his imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state,
Oh, for a stone bow to hit him in the eye.
calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
Peace.
And then to have the humour of state, and after a demure travail of regard, telling them I know my place, as I would they should do theirs, to ask for my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles!
Peace. Now. Now.
Several of my people with an obedient start make out for him. I round a while, or perchance wind up my watch or play with my some rich Jew. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
All our sons be drawn from us with cause, yet peace.
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control,
And does not Toby take thee a blow of the lips then?
saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece give me this prerogative of speech.
What? What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scum!
Patience, or we break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
You have not 'twas I, because many do call me fool.
What employment have we
Oh,
here?
now is the woodcock near the gin.
Peace, and that the spirit of humours intimate reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's. And thus makes she her great P's. It is in contempt to question her hand.
Her C's, her U's, and her T's, why that?
To the unknown's beloved, this and my good wishes are very phrases. By your leave, wax, soft, and the impression her increase with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be?
His swings in liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know what follows. No man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio. I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
A fustian riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
M-O-A-I. Nay, but first, let me see.
Dish of poison has she served him.
I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. I serve her. She is my lady. Why, this is evident to any formal capacity. There is no obstruction to this. And the end. What should that alphabetical position portend? If I could make that resemble something in me. Softly. M-O-A-I.
Oh, I make up that. He's now at a cold scent.
Ha! But the hounds shall cry on it for all that, though he be as rank as a fox.
Malvolio! Why, that begins my name.
Did I not say he would work it out? The cur is excellent at faults.
But then there is no consonancy in the sequel. That suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end it, I hope.
Or I'll cudgel him and make him cry, ooh!
And then I comes behind.
Aye. And if you had an eye behind, you would see more distraction at your heel than fortune before you.
M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former, and yet, to crush it a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters is in my name. Soft here, old prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands. Let thy blood and spirit embrace them. And to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang with arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee, that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember. Go to, thou art made if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off close acquaintance. I will be point device to any man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this. That my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered. And in this, she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injection drives me towards these habits of her liking. I thank my stars. I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove, my stars be... Oh, here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence, still smile, dear, my sweet, I prithee. Oh, Jove, I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I would not miss my part in this sport for a pension of thousands paid by the Sophie.
I could marry the wench for this device.
And so could I too.
And ask no other dowry but such another jest.
Nor I either.
And here is the noble goal catcher.
Wilt thou put thy foot upon my neck?
Or all mine either.
You sure possessed, madam.
Why, what's the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam. He does nothing but smile. Your ladyship would best to have some guard about you if you come. I'm sure the man is tainted in his wits.
Oh, go call him hither. I'm as mad as he, if sad and very madness equal me. How now, my roll? Oh!
Sweet lady, ho ho!
Smiles thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady, I could be sad. This does make some obstruction to the blood, this cross-gartering, but what of that? If it pleases the eye of one, it is with me as the very true sonnet is. Please one, and please all.
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, but yellow in my legs. It did come to his hands, and commands shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee. Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
How do you, Malvolio?
At your request, yes. Nightingales answer doors.
Why repay you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou that, Malvolio?
Be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great,
Ah,
some achieve greatness,
what say'st thou?
and some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee!
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings,
Yellow stockings,
and wish to see thee cross-gartered.
cross-gartered.
Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so.
Am I made?
If not, let me see thee a servant still.
Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of Count Orsino's has returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He waits your pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where is my cousin Toby? Let some of my people take a special care of him. I would not have him miscarried for the half of my dowry.
No! Do you come near me now? No worse than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose, that I might appear stubborn to him, for she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble slough, says she. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants, let thy tongue tang with arguments of state. I have limed her. But it is Jove's doing, and Jove makes me thankful. And when she went away just then, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Why, everything adheres together, that no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance. What could be said? Nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Well, Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is he in the name of sanctity, if all the devils of hell be drawn in little, and Satan himself possessed him? Yet I will speak to him.
Here he is. Here he is. How is it with you, man? How is it with you, sir?
Go off! I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
No, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did not I tell you? Sir Toby, my lady prays you to have a care of him.
Go to, peace I say. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone. How now, Malvolio? How is it with you? What, man? Defy the devil. Consider he's an enemy of mankind.
Do you know what you say?
Pray God he be not bewitched.
Take his water to the wise woman.
Marry, and it shall be done tomorrow morning. If I live, my lady will not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, what?
Prithee, peace I say. This is not the way. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone.
No way but gentleness. Gently, gently, though the fiend be rough, he will not be roughly used.
How now, my poor cock? How is it with you, Chuck?
Sir,
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
my prayers, minx.
No, I warrant you, he will not hear of godliness.
Go, hang yourselves all. You are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You will know more hereafter.
Is it possible?
If I saw this played on a stage now, I'd condemn it as improbable fiction.
Sit down. Go. Ah!
Nay, I prithee, put on this gown. Make him believe thou art Sir Topas to cure it. Do it quickly.
Well, I'll put it on, and I will dissemble myself in it. And I would I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Buenos dias, Sir Toby.
To him, Sir Topaz.
What ho, I say, peace in this prison.
Who calls there?
Sir Topaz the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic.
Sir Topaz, good Sir Topaz, go to my lady.
Type of monocle feet, how vexest thou this man? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Good Sir Topaz, do not think I am mad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Spy, thou dishonest Satan, sayest thou that house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz.
Why, it hath bay windows, transparent as barricadoes, and the clear stories towards the south north are as lustrous as ebony. And yet, complainest thou of obstruction?
I am not mad, Sir Topaz. I say to you, this house is dark.
Ah, madman, thou arrest. I say there is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog.
And I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say there was never man thus abused. I am no more mad than you are. Make the trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wildfowl?
That the soul of our grandam might happily inhabit a bird.
What thinkest thou of his opinion?
Oh, I think nobly of the soul, and in no way approve his opinion.
Ah, fare thee well. Remain thou still in darkness. Thou shalt hold thy opinion of Pythagoras, so I will allow of thy wits.
Sir Topaz! Sir Topaz!
My sweet Sir Topaz. To him in thine own voice, and bring me word how thou find'st him. I would we were well rid of this knavery. I am now so far in offence with my niece that I cannot pursue with any safety this sport to its upshot. Come by and by to my bedchamber.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady does. Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady does. My lady is kind, hardy, alas, why is she so?
Fool, I say!
Who calls her?
Good fool, as ever thou wilt deserve well at my hand, help me to a candle and pen, ink and paper. I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio!
Aye, good fool.
Oh, alas, sir, how fell you besides your 5 wits?
Fool, there was never man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits as thou art.
What as well as? Then you are bad indeed, if you be no better than your wits than a fool.
They have here propertied me, keep me in darkness, send ministers to me, asses, and do all that they can to face me out of my wits.
Oh, if that is what you say, the minister is here. Malvolio, Malvolio, thy wits the heavens restore. Endeavour thyself to sleep, and leave thy vain bibble babble.
Sir Topaz?
Maintain no words with him, good fellow. Who, I, sir? Not I, sir. God be with you, good Sir Topaz. Many amen. I will, sir, I will.
Fool, 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 I say.
Oh, alas, sir, be patient. What say you, sir? I am shed from speaking to you.
Good fool, help me to some light and some paper.
I tell thee I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Well a day that you were, sir.
By this hand I am. Fool, some ink, paper, and light, and convey what I will set down to my lady. It will advantage thee more than ever the bearing of letter did.
I will help you to it. But tell me true, are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll never believe a madman till I see his brains. I will fetch you some light, and paper, and ink.
I will requite it in the highest degree. I prithee be gone.
I am gone, sir, and anon, sir, I'll be with you again. Adieu, good man, devil.
Up!
How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray prove that letter. You must not now deny it is your hand. Write from it if you can in hand or phrase, or say it is not your seal, not your invention. You can say none of this. Well, granted then. And tell me in the modesty of honour why you have given me such clear lights of favour. They become smiling and cross-gartered to you. Put on yellow stockings and frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people. And acting this in an obedient hope. Why have you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious geck and gull that e'er invention played upon? Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. Though I confess, much like the character, but 'tis out of the question, 'tis Maria's hand. And now, and do bethink me, it was she first came still smiling and told me thou was mad, and in such forms here presupposed in the letter. Prithee, be content. This practice hath most shrewdly been cast upon thee, but when we know the grounds and authors of it, then we shall be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl to come take the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at, in hope it shall not. Most freely I confess that myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here. Upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we did devise against him. Maria writ the letter, at Sir Toby's great importance, and in recompense thereof he hath married her. How with a sportful malice it was followed. But may pick from laughter than revenge. If that the injuries be justly weighed, that on both sides are past.
Alas, poor fool, how have they baffled thee?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some of greatness thrust upon them. I was one in this interlude, sir.
One. Sir Topaz, sir.
Well, that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad. But do you remember? Madam, why you laugh at such a barren rascal, and you smile not, he is gagged. And thus the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I'll be revenged. And the whole pack of you!
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Seek him out and entreat him to a peace. He has not told us of the captain yet.
I came, alas, too wide with hey-ho, the wind and the rain. By swaggering could I never strive, for the rain reigneth every day. But when I came unto my bed with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, toss still have drunken heads, for the rain reigneth every day. A great while ago the world began with hay. rain. But that's all one, our play is done, and we'll try to please you.